Welcome to another episode of Delegate. When a startup scales for the first time, going from the founder or original team to a 10, 20, or 30 person company, what often ends up happening is that the founder or original team tries to delegate the management of day-to-day affairs to somebody else, so that they have more time and energy that they can allocate to growing and developing the business. More often, there's nothing inherently wrong with that, but more often than not, the evaluation or feedback sessions with new employees, and sometimes even the contract extension talks with those new employees, are exclusively being taken care of by the person managing the day-to-day affairs, or the manager. In this video, I argue against doing that and in favor of having the founder or CEO or somebody else from the senior leadership team of a startup also being part of those kind of conversations. And there are two reasons for that. One are the negative consequences of not doing it, and the other being the opportunities that you leave on the table that you can create for the manager. First, the negative consequences. Think about it this way. What message are you trying to send to the employees? If you as a CEO or senior leadership person in a startup that only has 10, 20, 30 people is not part of these kind of evaluation or contract extension talks. Think about it this way. If you, as a CEO, what we often see of a 10,000 or 100,000 employee company, the expectation from people within the company and outside the company is that you are so busy managing so many people that you only have time for your work and for the people below you or maybe two ranks below you. So that whenever such a perceived busy person spends time with interns that are only there for 1, 2, or 3 months, that kind of story goes viral on social media very often. So it generates not only positive PR outside the company, but it also creates a positive cycle within the company and sets a very positive and grateful culture. So in that case, people perceive a CEO or senior leadership person joining a conversation as positive and not being there as expected. But when you flip that to a startup environment, people internally expect the senior leadership to be a part of it, because what else would you be doing? Of course, you have work to do, but you cannot possibly be so busy that you cannot free up 1 hour in a month or 1 hour in 3 months to talk with me. So then what ends up happening is that it's an expectation that you join, so that when you don't join, it becomes a negative vibe, which means that the culture you're establishing is that you're prioritizing the work over the people. But when you think about it, the people that are working for you can effectively take care of the work for you. Then going to the other point, the opportunities that you leave on the table. If as a senior leadership person, you're joining the evaluation talks or contract extension talks, and at the same time, the day-to-day manager is there as well, you're able to play a good cop, bad cop role and increase the authority of the manager in the eyes of the employee that you're talking with. Because you, as the senior leadership person, can take on the role of the bad cop. I'm not saying to be dismissive or negative in any way, but you can be fair and critical with the employee you're dealing with and sound a bit more harsh, as if it's more difficult to get things done with you. Because in that way, if you give the opportunity to the day-to-day manager as well, he can sugarcoat the situation and seem like the person to go to if you have emotional issues or if you want to get things done. That way, you're effectively guiding all the conversations that the employees might have in the future directly to the manager, making his role easier. And then the manager can funnel all that information or news to you and discuss it with you as being the protector of the employees, getting that kind of impression, leaving that kind of impression or image with the employees as well. This creates a very positive cycle wherein the employees not only talk whenever people ask them things, but also they feel they have somebody they can talk with that is one rank higher than themselves. But it doesn't go immediately to the CEO, totally cutting out the day-to-day manager. I feel by doing it this way, by being a part of conversations, whether it's once a month or once every 3 months, with the people that are working with you as a senior leadership or CEO, you're able to generate so much positivity within the company on a cultural level, but also on an individual level, that it vastly outweighs those few hours that you're able to gain for yourself by not joining it and instead working on something else. That's all I have to say for today. If you don't agree with me, or you have a different point of view, or any questions that you would like to ask, do leave a comment below. And as always, I'll be back with another video tomorrow, and have a nice day, everybody.